Hi there, welcome back to the Kill Count. And today we are going to be watching Friday the 13th, directed and produced by Spoiled Milk Studios. This one was a ton of fun to make. It was awesome. We had a lot of cool practical effects in there, and I love this movie. This was actually the reason why I now like horror films, is because I was in this film. Alrighty, let's get into the kills, because we got some really good ones. It's going to be interesting to try and give them the golden chainsaw. So, we start up with a kid. I don't know his name. He is running from Jason Voorhees. And right off the bat, we get our first kill. His head gets slammed into a tree and then brutally bashed in with a rock. And they do it so good that, you know what, I won't even reveal the magic of it. Just know it looks really realistic and just great. So from there, the title cards roll with Friday the 13th music in the background. I don't know what song exactly. So from there, we get our over-establishing wood shot. In the three main characters, Finch and I forgot the other names. So yeah, three kids walking through the woods, and the youngest one is kind of upset because he has no idea where they're going. The other two are talking about how if they told him, he wouldn't have come along. And so, Finch, he goes to go bathroom. I die all the time due to the fact that I went bathroom. Please stop. And so, from there, old homeless guy. Crap, what was his name? Crazy Ralph. Crazy Ralph shows up, puts his arm on my shoulder in all weird perverty way. And so the other two come running. So, Crazy Ralph is warning them about the death curse of Jason Voorhees. But he doesn't exactly say that. So he shouts, "You're all gonna die." Which definitely, you know what's gonna happen. He gets one of the best callbacks ever in our entire series. Like, Crazy Ralph dies this exact same way in one of the Friday the 13th. I forgot which one. But he gets barbed wire to the throat. And at first it looks really realistic. And then later it kind of like washes away the realisticness. But at first, great. It's amazing shot. And so then, finally, the little kid is just like, "Where are you taking me?" So Finch tells TJ to tell him. So TJ tells him they're going to Camp Blood, or Crystal Lake. And obviously he gets upset because he doesn't feel like dying. So he runs away. And then Finch realizes he forgot some stuff. So he goes back to where the old dude was, Crazy Ralph. And he hears a noise. And that's when we get our next kill of the younger kid. He gets his head crushed in as another callback to Friday the 13th films. Crushed in, eyes bleeding. Good scene. Not as good as the other two, but still a good scene. So, Finch comes across the dead body, and I give an embarrassing scream and freak out. Back then they thought it was really good. We're looking on it back now. Hey. And then Jason sees him and comes running at him with an axe. And we get our next kill. Me, an axe to the head. Off screen though. Because at the time I wasn't okay with gore and all of that. But it got better. And now I watch horror films all the time. And so, TJ, he's noticed something's up. Because all his friends are gone, it's eerily quiet. And then Jason lunges out from behind. And kind of tackles him, but not. And this is where Jason gets his classic machete and chases down TJ. He falls in the mud a bit. And almost barely dodges the blade. And then falls into more mud. Which that scene must have been uncomfortable for Beckett to film. Because muddy water face in it. Ugh. You do it for the films. So he runs into Jason. Ends up getting strangled a bit. But breaks free. He runs up to train tracks where he trips. And narrowly escapes by hitting him with a rock and knocking him out, but not really. And we get to the next part where Jason is following TJ a bit, and then Jason shows up. TJ hits him in the face with a machete as a callback to that axe scene. We get so many callbacks. It's awesome. And this scene right here looks really cool due to the fact that the machete's not actually in the mask, but it looks like it is. They did a good job of making it look like that. And Jason falls down, presumably dead. And so, he does what anyone should do, and as another callback, he brutally chops up Jason, ensuring that he won't come back. Because sadly, we were hoping this would start a whole entire line. This was labeled as test footage. So not as an actual full-on film, which was a real disappointment due to the fact of how good it was for us. So, let's get to the kills. So, there were 5 kills in this film. The first one was a young kid walking through the woods and then his face bashed in. The next one was Crazy Ralph being strangled to death by barbed wire. After that, we got the little kid, his head crushed in. And then we got mine with an axe to the head. And then the final one, I'm counting Jason Voorhees, because no more films are after this. He gets chopped up into tiny little pieces. So I'm going to give the golden chainsaw to the little kid who his face gets bashed in. I'm going to give the dullest machete to me because it's an off-screen death.
Oh my god! No.
So, there you have it. Friday the 13th by Spoiled Milk Studios. A lot of fun to film. I definitely recommend watching it.